Welcome back, everybody. He is Commander Cockings.
He is General Foley.
And we are Trekyards. I like the general call out. That's nice. Today we're talking about Season 3, Episode 2, Lord X, specifically about Martok. He appears in it. J.G. Hertzler is back.
Yeah, it's his first time back as Martok since DS9. He did appear in Lord X as random alien captain number whatever. I believe this is his first time back as Martok actually. We're going to take it for granted because he's around doing things and being in things. But yeah, I think this is the first time he's back. And it was nice. We got It's the small things that count. They called out he was still Chancellor. So we can canonize that for one more. He didn't get overthrown straight away. So good as far as they can go with that. But yeah, we got a good amount of JG playing. Martok playing game Martok.
I really love the game aspect of that because I had that VHS game back in the day. With Robert O'Reilly as not Gowron on Enterprise D. I used to love that game, and this was a nice little callback to that. This one's more interactive, which is cool. Mm-hmm. So,
dice glow up, wouldn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Nice. Yeah, no, it was a fun little reference and a fun in joke that not a lot of new people will really understand because they might not know about that board game. But I've got it upstairs in the closet. I mean, most Trekkies from back in the day probably do. I kind of wish Robert O'Reilly would have been back. They did mention the Gowron expansion pack. Would have been nice to see like a little ad for it at the end or something. There was the ad to subscribe or, so that would have been kind of nice. Have a voiceover by him. Check out the new adventures of, But no, it was fun to see. So how about you? I know you know JG pretty well, so.
Yeah, I've met him plenty of times. I just saw Robert again at the recent convention. Yeah, it's one of those things where it beat the record of just being a cameo. Good, finally. Give these legacy people a bit more meat to do. But that is now 2 for 2. We had Zephyr Cochran last week and JG this week. So it was a good precedent for maybe often we'll see these people. So you've got the power mic, include them. But no, it's good. He has it's very short lines in that it's very much he's reacting to people. So it kind of shows you how effortless he is as a Klingon. Without any hair, makeup, or the armor, instantly Klingon. There's no whatever, and he sells it super well. But obviously, it would have been nice if it had a bit more story content. I know I joked in another review how it would have been nice if maybe at the end there'd been a double twist where you talked to Boimler interactively and you had some fun lines there, kind of like the plate. Then they could have gone through the ship and helped him in the hunt because Klingon warrior, general, chancellor, he knows how to hunt or not be hunted. So there's things they could have done with it to make it even stronger. Yeah, getting JG for 2 more hours in the booth or at your own house to record lines would have been too much more for the budget, so it could have been more of a part. He was a well-done cameo, just would have been cool. That said, I'd have been totally fine if they were playing the exact game with Robert O'Reilly. They had him re-record some new lines on the Enterprise D bridge. The exact same game with the exact same cheesy lines. That I would have actually fine with and just break... Because they did do that in Season 1. They're the Spock helmet toy in the show. That I think would have been funnier. It's less clever because it's literal, but this they didn't push it as far. Like if you had Martok maybe being aboard the Enterprise D or being aboard Voyager or being aboard DS9. I mean, you've got DS9 sets for later on in the season. Do some interactive fighty stuff that he could have done, or he's taking on a Zenkethi or these really big cool races. A bit more interactive. I know it's all budget and time, but certainly he felt more like a dungeon master vibe than a antagonist, which is fine, but wasn't quite as full on as it could have been.
Now, did you notice anything different with his speech? A lot of people have complained that he doesn't really sound like Martok because he doesn't have the prosthetic teeth in. So it's got a little bit of a different... I didn't get that sense, but I've heard people when they heard him in the trailer for this season complaining about that they wish they would have put the teeth in so he sounded more like Martok. I think he did a fine job. I didn't notice anything like that personally.
85% of gold Martok is still gold Martok.
Yeah.
I don't think that's as important as... So the next picture, though, is direct comparison of Martok from the show. See, limited stand definition. Sorry, guys, not my fault. And Martok from this. So how close they replicate the Martok?
Very close. Eyebrow shape. Everything's good. The ridges are a little bit, it's animated. It's fine. But I did notice the uniform was a little different. He's got more of the standard warrior uniform, which is fine for the game idea, but...
A sash. He never wore a sash. He's not a Discovery Klingon. He looks like J.J. Hertzler. He's wearing classic Klingon uniform. I mean, what more could you want, really? Let's be honest. Of course, it's going to be darn close. And the next shot shows a more direct close-up view. And you can see, yeah, pretty darn close. Although, yeah, those eyebrows are a bit more extreme. I'm not sure why they're double pointed axes, but, you know, they're fun in their own way. But it's a sad, you know, it's almost sad in a way that they would do a one-eyed, you know, Martok. Like, he had most of his career was pre-one eye, although he was less famous. You'd think that would be, or even the joke, unless it were too meta, a joke could have been that the Frank got which eye was gone wrong, and that would have been the Joker's, hey, Boyman, I thought his other eye was gone. Yeah, they didn't do the research properly. But then it's like, why waste your one low-dex animated Garon to be the wrong? But that would have been kind of funny if they'd make more mistakes. It would have been kind of, you know, or like Martok of House Moog. And it's like, no, that was the other way around. It was Worf of House Martok. You know, they could have made some, yeah. Again, they didn't go as comedic as they could have.
Well, guys, I think Mike McMahon and his team have brought honor to the House of Lower Decks by including Martok in this way. Hopefully we'll see the actual Martok at some point. That would be great. Comment down below what you thought about this cameo appearance and let us know your thoughts. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join us for our lives where you can help us out. Before you do that, you can help us out right now by hitting a super thanks down below.
Ooh.
Please do so. Or join us for the lives where you can do super chats. And I'll let Samuel tell you more about the lives right now.
Because on those lives, Stuart, you can talk to us in real time. One-on-1, 1-on-10, or 1 on however the audiences. And the channel does run by people like you guys, both viewing and super chatting. Any amount, $5, $10, $100, whatever you want to give, goes towards the show costs, production, and us keep going month after month, year after year. I want to get to that 10-year mark if we can. But that's not up to us, is it? Because we put the work in. Hopefully you guys will come and help. Or PayPal, one-time donation at trekyards@hotmail.com, or a regular Patreon monthly, or join the channel monthly, or buy a shirt down below with the Trekyards link.
So until next time, he is Commander Cockings.
You're still General Foley. You're not demoted,
Okay,
Stuart.
there you go.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of myself. I got through a whole Klingon video without saying kapla. Oh, wait a minute.